Hey guys, let's say bringing you another video. Welcome to something a little bit different. We are going to go over all the new items that are currently in the game and just give my 2 cents about them, see what I think about them, and hopefully I don't miss any. I am live streaming right now, so if the live stream goes, Huzz, you missed one, please let me know. I'm going to literally go through from starter to basic to epic to legendary, and we're just going to go through pretty much everything and just see what is different. I am on the new champion away, but I might do some testing on him later. I just thought I'd play on him. Leave the fountain! Oh, Jesus. So every now and then I might have to move just so it doesn't make me go AFK. Okay, so the first thing, not much change at all, but we've got World Atlas. So this is a gold per 10 seconds item. 25% base mana, base health and mana regen. And 30 health. And then the quest is earn 500 gold from this item to transform into Runic Compass, gaining an active warding item, basically. Gain a charge every 18 seconds, up to 3 charges for your ward, presumably. And while nearby an ally champion, consume a charge to earn gold. Damaging abilities and attacks against champions or buildings grant a certain amount of gold. Or killing a minion by any means grants you 20 gold and the nearest allied champion kill gold. Yeah, someone in Twitch I just said the return of Bankplank question mark. I was thinking that this literally could be something that Gangplank could buy, maybe even a Lowy could buy, but definitely Gangplank. That's quite interesting to me. And again, yeah, just to make the point, I'm doing it in game, not on the blog, because the blog is actually already outdated. They've already done updates to all the items since they kind of made the blog. All right, so now basic. So we've got a new thing called Glowing Moat. Just gives 5 ability haste. Pretty simple. It is a support item, but old Gangplank used to buy support items for top lane. So I wouldn't put it past something like Gangplank to buy it, to be honest. It is a support item, but Gangplank used to buy 2 support items back in the day. And it gives gold per 10 seconds. It gives all the regens for lane phase. And even if it gives you a little... Wait, you can't have it? What do you mean? Well, you literally can't buy this? Like, I could buy this right now, could I not? Again, I don't know. Maybe you can't buy it. But, I'm not sure. The other support items are gone. Yes. I believe so. I'm firing my laser. Thanks so much for the gifted sub. Oh, it has a CS penalty. Oh, okay. It has a CS penalty. Oh, there. At the bottom. Sorry, I missed the grayed out thing at the bottom. This item grants reduced gold from minions if you kill excessive numbers of them. Ah. So if you are killing a lot of minions, so if you're a laner or you're a carry champion actually last hitting, then you actually get a penalty. Okay, I missed that, but there we go. Maybe Gangplank will not buy it. Okay, so everything other than that looks pretty much the same in basic components. Now moving to epic, Bounty of Worlds. So again, another gold per 10 item with base health regen, base mana regen, and health. And there's upgrade. This item can be upgraded into Pit Boss Knuckles, Bulwark of the Ascended, Dreammaker, Zax's Realm Spike, or Solstice Slay for free. So I believe, again, we didn't go over a lot of the item stuff in the meeting, but this is the thing that they said. This is the new support item, like, in itself. So basically, you buy the World's Atlas, it becomes the Runic Compass in upgrade, and you can do that. Or you can just, I guess, buy Bounty of Worlds. And basically, all of the support items you buy from having Bounty of Worlds. So as you can see here, you've got Celestial Opposition, you've got Solstice Slay, you've got Blood Song, you've got Dreammaker, and you've got Zax's Realm Spike. And this only can be purchased when you've completed the support quest. And the support quest is... does it even say? Open up, see what's inside. Active, place a stealth ward. So this obviously is the ward item. Please stop it. But it doesn't actually say what the actual support quest is, but it's probably going to be pretty similar to what it is currently. Like, you know, attack enemy champions, poke them down, all that stuff. So there's that. All right, other than that, what else? So all this pretty much looks the same. Again, there might be obviously some stat changes, but mainly we're just wanting to see new items. Wrecked Tricks. So this is a new component, epic. 20 attack damage and 4 movement speed. It builds into the new Hullbreaker, which we'll be going over later. Literally zoomies and Yumus. So yeah, is a component item for some AD items. Other than that, new items, this one, Tunneler. So is looking pretty similar to what Brutalizer used to be. Health and attack damage. I think Brutalizer was health and attack damage. And that builds into, again, Edge of Night, Hullbreaker, Experimental Hexplate, Sterix Gauge, Sundered Sky, and Titanic Hydra. Then we've got the next new item is Steel Sigil. So it's armor and attack damage. So good for, obviously, tanks. Good for... yeah, so it builds into GA and Death's Dance, but yeah, it's good to have a slight, you know, sometimes when you're buying a GA or a Death's Dance, you're either just buying tanky stuff or you're buying damage stuff. This is doing a little bit of a combined thing, so at least you don't feel like, okay, I'm tanky, but I do no damage, or the other way around. Next up, which is actually kind of weird to see, Haunting Guise is back. So this is actually a old item that is coming back. So 35 ability power, 200 health, and suffering for each second in combat with enemy champions. Deal 2% bonus damage up to 6%. And this is building into Liandry's and Riftmaker. Kind of cool to see an old item come back, so I like that. Next item is the Brutalizer itself. So yeah, there's the Brutalizer. The attack damage, ability haste, lethality. And that is it. So one thing Twitch chat is kind of saying is there is an item that's actually missing that would be in this general area. And that is Stopwatch. Stopwatch is gone. Now, I actually don't know if Stopwatch is officially gone or can you just not purchase it anymore. I actually don't know. Look at Seekers. Okay, we'll look at Seekers later. Oh, it's inside Seekers, apparently. Okay, cool. So maybe they're even changing the rune, I'd imagine, then. But there we go. All right, so those all the support items. So again, we're now going on to the main chain. So again, no more mythics, but this is actually going to be where the bulk we spend this video, because this is obviously every item has practically been changed in some regard. A lot of these were mythics, and they've obviously been demoted to legendaries. So going over the support items, the first one is Zax's Realm Spike. So this is definitely a tankier support item. And the different thing that this one gives is Void Explosion. Dealing ability damage to a champion causes an explosion at the current location. Damages the target. Okay, so it's not tanky, it's more ability power. But maybe tank ability power? Because it gives no actual AP. I don't know if any of these give actual stats. By the look of it, they don't. So I guess, yeah, this actually is the ability power one. None of them actually give ability power or anything like that. Which might be a way that they're reducing damage of, like, even supports are dealing too much damage nowadays. Well, now your support item isn't actually even giving you AP. So, yeah, it does do dealing 50 plus 3% max health damage, capped at a certain amount against monsters. So, again, 3% max health damage is a decent amount. Imagine that with a brand when he's building all the other stuff. And, yeah, if that is right, and again, this is subject to change, a 9-second cooldown does seem quite low. So that might be changed. All right, next one is Celestial Opposition. So this one is become blessed to reduce incoming damage by 40 melee or 25% ranged. Lingering for 2 seconds after taking damage from a champion. When the shield breaks, unleash a shockwave around you that slows enemy champions by 50% for 1.5 seconds. Refreshes after not taking damage for 15 seconds. That's a tanky one. So imagine that on Leona. Like, obviously, it's kind of that's Leona's shield. So probably Leona is the best person with this. But, you know, other tanks, Alistair, Rel, probably all will be using Celestial Opposition. Next up, Bloodsong. So this one is after using an ability, your next attack is enhanced with an additional 75 physical damage on hit. If the target is a champion, apply Expose Weakness, increasing the damage they take by 12% melee or 8% for 6 seconds. So this one more will be, dare I say, Senna, Ashe support if they're wanting to keep that, I guess. So there's that. Pike, I guess, yeah, to a certain extent, if there's not a better one for him. So yeah, that's the more like AD supports. Dreammaker. Gain a blue Dream Bubble and a purple Dream Bubble every 8 seconds. Healing and shielding another ally blows both Dream Bubbles to them and empowers them for 3 seconds. Blue Bubble reduces 140 incoming damage on the next hit, and Purple Bubble grants 90 bonus magic damage on hit. This is the Enchanter one, obviously, and again, kind of goes to the theme, like, oh, it's all bubbles, and so yeah, Seraphine, Lulu, Janna, Yubi, probably all will be using Dreammaker. Solstice Slay. Slowing or immobilizing an enemy champion restores 120 health and grants 90 move speed for 4 seconds to you and a nearby ally. Oh, okay, so that's a rival. I would say that's a rival to Celestial Opposition. This is probably better on, like, proper aggro engagers. So, Nautilus, stuff like is just going all in. Yeah, Tam Kench support, stuff like that is probably better with Slay. Yeah, Rel might even be better with the Slay. Luchton or Hex Bubble, 46 months. Thanks so much, my dude. Says mid lane changes MVP or preseason. Riot did say in the meeting mid lane has had the most change of items because it was needed. Mid lane mages especially have sucked for such a long time. And they remember nearly a year ago, Riot said, we know mages are bad. We're going to do something about it when we do an item update. They literally said that. So don't be surprised that mages have had the most updates. Okay, so next up, Zeke's hasn't really changed. So again, we're not going to really, you know, cover too much if the change hasn't been significant. That's not really changed that much. Borellonomicon, not really changed that much. Shirelia's, not really changed that much. Echoes of Halia, not really changed that much. Moonstone, nope. Knight's Vow, nope. Locket, nope. Frozen Heart, doesn't seem to have changed that much. And again, a lot of them won't really have changed that much. So let's just kind of skip to one that we know has changed a decent amount. So yeah, then less magic damage. We've got a new item. So this one will be new. Yeah, some of these is worth knowing have different item builds, like some of them. Hilariously, all the ones I'm clicking on are pretty much the exact same. But yeah, some of them have new components and new build options. New item though. Trailblazer. It gives 250 health, 40 armor, and 5 movement speed. Lead the way, and again 2400. Just to say, it does put it into a support-ish item cost. It might not be a support item, but it potentially could be. It's cheap enough that it could be. So while moving, gain 20 bonus move speed. At max speed, create a trail that speeds up. God damn it. Create a trail that speeds up allied champions' move speed by 15% of yours. Your next attack discharges the bonus movement speed, and melee champions slow the target for 50. So yeah, that's a pretty good support item. And yeah, Frozen Heart is really cheap, so that's now a support item, more inclusive as well. But yeah, Trailblazer, I could see that on some supports who obviously are looking for engages to be faster. Again, Alistair, Leona, Rel, very good. But yeah, someone in Twitch chat, like Lucian, that could even be a Hecarim item. If Hecarim isn't all about full damage and he's going a bit tanky, that's not bad on Hecarim. Obviously, that might not be bad on Rammus. That's not bad at all. So that is quite a versatile item-ish. All right, Rocket Belt. Obviously, Rocket Belt used to be a mythic. It's been demoted down. So yeah, 2500 is pretty damn cheap. But overall it's probably doing less, but obviously it used to be a mythic, it's no longer a mythic. Serpent's Fang, Anathema's Chains, Rylays, Umbral Glaive. Rod of Ages obviously used to be a yeah, no magic pen on Rocket Belt or anything now. So yeah, so a lot of these items would have been demoted or downgraded. Rod of Ages obviously used to be a mythic item as well, so it is worth knowing. What are they doing? So it still gives the same, it looks to be the same stats per timeless stack, 20 health, 20 mana, and 4 ability power. That may have gone down slightly. I think it might have been 6, but I might be wrong. And then taking damage, the new Eternity is taking damage from champions restores 7%, blah, blah, blah. That might not be new. The thing that's gone is no free level up. So the free level up upon hitting max stacks is gone. So again, oh no, you do. It's at the end of timeless. Upon reaching max stacks, gain a level. Never mind. Wow, that's actually surprising that they're still allowing that. Never mind. Okay, that still's going to be good then on some champions. Horizon Focus. Okay, new item. Dawn Core, healing and damage. Oh god. Ability power, ability haste, 150% base mana regen. And then the first light is gain 3% heal and shield power and 5 ability power per 100 base mana regen. And Radiance is gain 18 summon a spell haste. So again, this is an incentive to have a bit of damage when you're a healing champion. So I think this is going to be a great Seraphine item, because what they're trying to do is, hey, you get damage by buying this item, but it gets better the more support items you buy that give ability, what is it, base mana, was it? Yeah, per 100 base mana. So if you buy a battle song, that gives 125% base mana regen. If you have an Echoes of Halia, that adds 125% mana regen. Yeah, item build is 2 of the same items, which is a bit bizarre. That's quite odd. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. We got Yumu's, obviously has been demoted from a mythic. It's using the new Rectrix component. But yeah, probably just a general downgrade, but it's still going to be a good assassin item, let's be honest. And yeah, that I would say is definitely subject to change, I would say. New item, new assassin item is Zoomies, of course. So attack damage, lethality, and movement speed. And then it's after being out of combat with champions for 8 seconds, gain bonus lethality. How much is it? Yeah, it doesn't say actually right now. So gain bonus lethality. This lethality lasts for 3 seconds after dealing damage to champions. And then you also get murder speed. If a champion dies within 3 seconds of damaging them, gain 150 decaying move speed for 1.5 seconds. So, as always with assassin items, they basically want to give them 2 things. More lethality to get through armor and movement speed so they can reposition. Again, assassin items are generally always pretty damn strong. So there's that. Alright, so then we got all, obviously, the tank items that's been downgraded. Iceborne. Pretty similar build path, though. It looks to be the same, maybe. Or maybe they had the movement speed thing there once. Randuin's, Sunfire, new item, Maleficence. So I believe this is one of the first new mage items. So 80 ability power, 600 mana, and 20 ability haste. And this is chemical enhancement is gain 20 haste for your ultimate only. So again, for your ultimate, that's pretty nice, you know. I don't know if that would be an Anivia item, because Anivia Ultimate is so low cooldown anyway. But this, obviously, you think about, like, you know, Swain, Karthus, Vigor, any Victor, any mage that is like, oh, they're quite akin to their ultimate and it's a long cooldown. Specific ability haste for your ultimate is pretty good. And then Toxic Field, damaging a champion with your ultimate burns the ground beneath them, dealing 60 magic damage and reducing their magic resist by 6 seconds. So literally, this is to make your ultimate better. It's if you look under where it says Maleficence, it says ultimate power. So any champion that wants to do most of their damage with their ultimate as a mage will be wanting to buy this item. So that's pretty cool. Second new mage item is Storm Surge, snowballing. So a snowballing mage item. We haven't really ever had a snowballing mage item. Some people might be like Magi's, I guess, but Magi's obviously is a stack risk item. So what is this? So Storm Raider 20-second cooldown is dealing 35% of a champion's maximum health within 2.5 seconds, applies Squall to them and grants 25% move speed for 2 seconds. After 2 seconds, so what is Squall? After 2 seconds, strike the target, dealing 120 magic damage. If the target dies before the strike, it detonates immediately, damaging enemy champions around them and grants a 30 bonus gold. So basically, if you do over 35% of a champion's health as a mage within 2.5 seconds, so basically use your full combo and it'll probably do that, it then basically puts a detonator on them, and that detonator is going to blow. It's a version of Collector. It's not as good as Collector unless Collector's changed. It's not an execute, but it basically just gives a bit of damaging, and it's 120, presumably scaling with AP. Yeah, it's not as strong as Collector being a pure execute of 5%, but it's just something a little bit better for mages. So again, I like the idea of it. Edge of Night, Runans, Phantom Dancer, Eclipse. So again, Eclipse would have been a mythic that's been downgraded, is making use of the glowing moat, one of the new components. Yeah, it's also AoE, which is true. More of Mamortius. Okay, next item that's new is Unending Despair. Looks to be a tank item. So it's 400 health, 55 armor, 10 ability paste, and the use is Anguish. Every 7 seconds while in combat with champions, deal 20 magic damage to nearby enemy champions. Healing for 250% of that damage dealt. Oh, that is a Vladimir item if I've ever seen one. If Vladimir needs a little bit of AD armor tankiness, Vladimir. That could even be a Swain tanky item. Obviously, its main use is going to be for actual tanks dueling in top lane to get that healing going, or the one that's just standing in the middle of a team fight. But I do see a use case that Vladimir and Swain could also buy the item. That probably is not bad. All right, Force of Nature. All right, new item, Hollow Radiance, ramping damage. So 600 health, 40 magic resist, and 100 base health regen. Immolate. Taking or dealing damage causes you to begin... please, I'm still here. Causes you to begin dealing 10 magic damage per second to nearby enemies. Increased by 25% against minions for 3 seconds. Taking or dealing damage refreshes the duration of this effect. And then Desolate, killing an enemy deals 20 magic damage to an area around them. Okay. Yeah, this is magic resist Sunfire cape. And again, someone has just said, if you look at new Sunfire, this has, again, the same. Immolate, after taking or dealing damage, deal 12 magic damage, blah, 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 blah. So again, it's similar-ish. So these are basically variants of each other. I don't know. I presume they're not unique of each other. Which one was it? Was it that one? Is it that one? You can't build both. Okay, if you can't build both, that's fair. Oh, is it that one? Oh, it's that one. Yeah, okay. Yeah, if you can't buy both, fair enough. Because they are apparently pretty damn similar, to be fair. So there's that. Next one is Crypt Bloom, the next, I think, mage item. 70 ability power, 30% magic penetration, which again is pretty nice. And 15 ability haste. Life from death, 60-second cooldown. Whenever you get a takedown on an enemy champion within 3 seconds of damaging them, create a healing nova on their location that heals allies for 50 plus 50% ability power. Oh, so that's... Ooh. So again, very good Seraphine item. I don't know if you, as a full-on mage carry, you'd actually want to buy that, because you're not really wanting at all to be healing your allies as a carry mage. But if you're like that hybrid support mage, like Seraphine, I don't know, even Brand. But some people do make a good point. If you had a 1,000+ ability power Vigor, this might not even be bad, because your heal would be huge. Like, it would be a massive heal if you get a takedown, and you're still getting Magic Pen, and you're still getting Ability Haste, and you're still getting AP. So, I don't know, maybe there are use cases that Vigor, Lux, Karma would use this, but yeah. All right, next new item is a Voltaic. Who knows? Voltaic Cyclo Sword, Dash and Stealth. So it's being bought by the Brutalizer and the Shard. And this is attack damage lethality ability A, so new assassin item basically, is dashes and stealth stacks energize. Wait, dashes and stealth stack energized 75% faster. So energized obviously is for that, is dealing the extra magic damage. Stop it, god dang it. And then Firmament, your energized attacks deal 100 bonus physical damage, and if melee, slows enemies for 99% for 0.75 seconds. That's probably going to get nerfed if I had to guess. That seems quite strong. All right, Wit's End, Spirit Visage. Oh my god, look at this amazing artwork for this item. So yeah, obviously they haven't made the artwork yet. Kanik Rookern, 400 health, 80 magic resist, and 150% base health regen. I don't know about you guys, but I will say there are a bunch of new magic resist items. I don't know if they've done that because they've made new good mage items, so therefore they've made good new magic resist items. So I hope most of I hope most of the strengths that they're giving mages for being lackluster for so long isn't just going to be countered by all the new amazing MR items. But anyway, 400 health, 80 magic resist, and that. And then Mage Bane, after not taking damage for 12 seconds, gaining magic shield for 20% of your maximum health. Bro, how the hell? What? Okay, that's strong. Imagine if you're playing a mage and you're, let's say you're a burst mage. You have no hope in hell now to kill a Scion, a Mundo, a Cho'Gath. Like, it's just not going to happen. If they get 8,000 health, which is very doable for those champions, a 20% shield of that every 12 seconds, and if you're not a percent magic health burn mage, if you're a burst mage, yet you're doing nothing to those champions at all. Oh, I don't like that at all. Wait, look how much Force of Nature. Oh my god, Force of Nature gives 55 magic resist. Yeah, okay, they might be having to tone down. They might be having to tone down these MR, I will just say. All right, Deadman's Plate. Oh, I'm not even... dude, I don't know if anybody else... I was looking at this gun. We were, like, up here, and I was like, wait, there's a gun? I thought this was Hextech Gunblade. Nope. Caster's Companion, another new mage item. So, Caster's Companion is 90 ability power, 600 mana, 20 ability haste. Gain a shot charge every 3 seconds, up to 6 maximum. And then Fire... Is this a use? I just want to check. I'm not on the... I'll go buy it just so I can see actually what it is. So the fire is damaging abilities consume... Oh, no, it's damaging abilities. Okay, so you don't actually use it. Damaging abilities consume all shot charges and deal an additional 40 magic damage to the target and 1 additional nearby target per charge. If there are insufficient targets in range for each remaining shot, repeat the damage on the primary target, dealing 35% of that. Yeah, that's basically a better Ludens in a lot of cases. So it will do a bit of AoE, but if you're purely in a 1v1, all of the damage will go on one person. Yeah, I could see a bunch of mages buying that. I could see even a Victor buying that. I could see an Ari buying that. I could see a bunch of mages buying this item, which is pretty cool. Sergeant Castle, 33 months of Prime says, good morning, Huzzy. Managed to pull a Mew EX secret rare from Pokemon Pack. We'll put it in the Discord later. Very nice. That's awesome. I think that is officially the replacement to Ludens, because Ludens is gone. So yeah, that is the replacement to Ludens Echo. Cool. I like it. Archangel, pretty much the same. Liandry's Torment. So obviously Liandry's is the item that I will typically always buy on most of my, like, Anivia and stuff like that. So Haunting Guise is back, which I actually think is pretty cool, we mentioned. So 90 ability power and 300 health, and then Torment is basically the same, 2% max health damage per second, and then suffering for each second in combat with enemy champions. So basically the use of Haunting Guise, the suffering, is being put on Liandry's. So this again is for people that want to be in combat longer. But yeah, Gal's just pointed out there's no mana on this item. So again, Anivia is going to struggle because the mana actually helped this quite a lot. So yeah, you're very much going to need the Archangel mana regen. And again, the one thing I have noticed is a lot of these new mage items, like that one, Caster's Companion, gives 600 mana. Another one earlier on gave 600 mana and stuff. So there are some mana. Yeah, that one, Malagent, 600 mana. So there are some mana options, but no actual mana. So there is mana on the Companion, but there's not mana on Liandry. So that you could even say is a small nerf to Anivia. But there's that. Void Staff, pretty much the same. AP and Magic Pen. Nashor's pretty much the same. Cosmic Drive's the same. Where's the next new? So again, Rageblade used to obviously be a mythic, not anymore. Collector, has this changed? Still a 5% execute. So again, I would kind of still say it's stronger than that new version that AP has got. Yes, the AP version is AP, but it's not a 5% health execute. Again, going back to the example that I gave, like a Cho'Gath and a Mundo, if that same Mundo, let's say, has 8,000 health and is on 5% health, a Burst Mage, hilariously, with the amount of MR and everything's going on with builds that could be, they could still struggle killing that Mundo at 5% health. With Collector, you just tickle them and they go pop because it's a 5% execute. So it's not the same strength, but yeah. Kraken Slayer, so again, being nerfed. Every third attack deals a bonus physical damage. So again, no health percent killing going on there with that item. They're keeping Static Shiv, which again was a very much problematic item, so I'm surprised they're actually keeping it, but they are. Rapid Fire, Essence Reaver, Immortal Shield Bow, Scimitar, Mortal Reminder, Lord Dominic's new item, Terminus. Offense and defense. Isn't that what shield bow is? But anyway, so Shadow is attacks apply 30 magic damage on hit, and juxtaposition, alternate between light and dark on hit each attack. Light attacks grant armor and magic resist, stacking up to 15 armor and magic resist for 5 seconds. And then dark is gains magic, armor and magic. And yeah, Gal said it right. Jax item, anybody? Kale item, anybody? Champions that do high, like Vayne even, I would say. Yone is going to be amazing with this. So like, hilariously, most champions I feel is going to be crazy with this aren't even AD carries. It's going to be a lot of top laners. Yay! So there's that. Experimental Hex Plate. This looks to be a new AD carry item. So we've got the new item Tunneler that's going into it. So 55 attack damage, 20% attack speed, 300 health. Hex charges gain 30 haste for your ultimate. So this again is similar to the Mage item. I would imagine for some people like, why does it have more ultimate ability haste than the Mage item? Why don't they have it the same? On average, Mage's ultimates are stronger than AD ultimates because AD champions do a lot more damage just through auto attacks than a Mage will. So their ultimates on average are weaker. That's why. Okay, so yeah, Vayne is definitely something that I would consider though with this. So haste for your ultimate, and then overdrive. After casting your ultimate, gain 35% attack speed and 15% bonus movement speed. Holy Jesus, Vayne. Yep, Vayne. This is like Vayne's item. Literally Vayne's item. Holy moly. That's going to be really scary on Vayne. Hullbreaker. So I will say, again, I announced this in the update video of all the changes. I, in the dev meeting, literally said, are you removing Hullbreaker? And I had 2 rioters answer the question. Basically like, no, we know it's a problematic item. We know players are frustrated with it, but we're calming it down in hopes that it will be okay. So literally 2 rioters in the meeting were like, oh god. So it is giving attack damage, it's giving health, it's giving movement speed, but they are changing a lot about it. So basic attacks grant a stack for 10 seconds, stacking up to 5 stacks, or 5 times. The 5th stack consumes them all to deal 3,000 ranged damage, I don't know, plus 19 bonus physical damage. That must be wrong. That has to be a typo. It must be 30 or something, because then it'll increase to 70 plus 39. I'm guessing this is 30 without the percent. So I'm guessing this is wrong. I think the 5th stack consumes them all to deal 30 range damage plus 19 bonus physical damage, increased to 70 ranged and 39 bonus physical damage against structures. Yeah, I don't think it'll be 3,000. I think it would one-shot a tower. So I'm guessing it's 30 damage plus a bit of bonus of physical. Again, with these, by the way, what this means is it's scaling with AD. So obviously I don't have that much AD or anything right now. So it's scaling with AD, and I think it might also scale with health. So obviously this is designed ultimately for Scion and stuff like that, who are the split push tank monsters. So it will probably still be pretty strong with them. And then boarding party is nearby allied siege, and super minions gain 8 extra bonus armor and magic resist. So how are they changing it? You may notice it is not giving technically extra turret damage. It's not giving extra structure damage. Technically, it's also not making your cannon minion the big one. It's, you know, it's calming it down in that aspect, and it also is basically making it, the moment that you used to get Hullbreaker, it's like you had 1.5 items is the best way you can explain it, because you bought the item which had decent stats, and then when you were isolated from your team, you got all the bonus resistances. So it was literally like 1.5, sometimes even 2 items that you were against in top lane. This is much more toned down to just being a solo item again. So it should be less obnoxious. It still is the split push defined item, but it shouldn't be crazy. And yeah, someone has made the point right now, there is no text of saying it only works if you're solo. So obviously the main thing of it being solo was the bonus resistances that you got. Because it doesn't have the bonus resistances anymore, you don't have to be a solo split pusher for this. Yes, it's probably still designed for that, but it can be a split push item. It could also be a sieging item. So there's that. Heartsteel is still in the game, which I know some people probably be a bit annoyed about. And again, for each 1,000 max health, gain 5% increase, which is, I think, typically what it used to have. Anything new? So again, all of this is pretty similar. New items, Sundered Sky, being built from Tunneler and Warhammer. 55 attack damage, 300 health, 15 ability. Haste is the first attack against a champion crits for 150 and heals for 55 plus 8% of missing health. Whoa. Damn, that's a really powerful duelist item. Like, duelist item, even some champions that are like even bursty champions might like that, but that seems pretty strong. Okay, Twitch chat has told me about Shadow Flame's new passive. Magic damage and true damage can... Wait, what? Magic damage and true damage critically strikes enemies... Oh! Hello there. Hello. Whoa, hello. Magic damage and true damage critically strikes enemies below 35% health, dealing 20% increased damage. Damn! Okay, that is basically collector for mages. It's not a true execute, obviously, but that is pretty damn good. Also, my minions are literally going to end the game soon. So it does show, even with all the changes, like, again, all the map changes are in. Blue still has advantage with minion push. Just saying. But yeah, that's pretty strong. And again, Shmion makes a good point. That is not just a mage item. Gwen is going to enjoy that too. You know, there are going to be some use cases of other champions that aren't mages enjoying the item. 120 ability power as well. Jesus, that is strong. Okay. So Zonya's, by the way. So again, people did say, yeah, there you go. So the Seekers, so Stopwatch is gone. Oh, can you do that? Someone in Thingy just told me. Oh, wait, I don't even have the controls. I don't even have the controls to make things invulnerable. I don't know why. Oh, because this is a custom game, not a practice tool. That's why. So yeah, there's no more stopwatch, so you cannot buy like an early thing. But you still can have the stasis on Seekers, which obviously is more expensive. It's 1,600 where it used to be 1,100, but obviously it's because Seekers has combined with stopwatch. So yeah, Zonya's is still in the game. 2.5 second stasis, so there's that. And then the final new item is Profane Hydra. 60 attack damage, 18 lethality, 20 ability haste, and attacks deal range damage, physical damage to nearby enemies, and then on activation a 10-second cooldown, heretical cleave, deal 58 physical damage to nearby enemies, and this damage increases to 87 physical damage to enemies below 30%, so also is an execute. So basically, yeah, Tiamat Hydra is back to being something that you press instead of it happening automatically. But there we go. So yeah, that is still the same. So pretty much everything else is the same. Boots pretty much seem all the same. Everything's the same there. But there we go. That is all the new items. So obviously, the vast majority items are the same, and that's fine. But there's a lot of new stuff there. There's a lot of kind of cool things, I would say. And yeah, well, actually, 140 ability power. That's gone up. 140. You didn't used to be 140. It used to be 100 or 120. Wow. So again, imagine 140 AP with that, and then Shadow Flame gives 120. It does only give 35% now, not 40%. But yeah, mages are going to be able to get quite a lot of AP, which is good. Again, Riot did say, like, they wanted mages to have a buff because mages have kind of sucked for so long. Unless, like, when I say mages, again, some people get confused. Immobile mages have sucked for so long. And again, just reminding everyone, all the mid lane changes that they've made were basically for immobile mages. Junglers can no longer gank from this path because it's going straight into your tower. The same is over there. It's in their own territory. The bushes are pushed away from the actual middle of the lane. So if a jungler wants to gank, they have to expose themselves way more before actually getting into the middle of the lane. As for the Baron that we got this game, to end out the video, we'll just go and have a look. I think my minions ended the game. Never mind. But there we go. We timed it well. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. That is all the new items in the game. Let me know what you think of them. Let me know what your favorite is. But that is going to be it. If you guys did enjoy, do throw a like on it. Throw a comment. Throw a subscribe. See you guys next time. Goodbye.
Call down the reckoning to bring back hope and peace. Restore our glory to live forever. Bring down the dark regime and